Ladies and gentlemen, hey, hi, how you doing? Welcome back to the channel. Thank you so much for stopping by. It is a new week, and that of course means we've got new updates inbound for Warzone and Black Ops 6. And over the course of the past few days, we've actually seen a couple of new things revealed via the devs in regards to some upcoming changes, some other fixes, things of that nature. We also have a lot to look out for that's already confirmed for this week, including a bunch of free rewards and a few other pretty significant announcements inbound as well. So we got a lot to break down today. Let's start first here on the Trello board. As I mentioned, the devs have revealed quite a few new things to look out for in terms of upcoming fixes and upcoming updates. So we are on the global Trello board here. This encompasses obviously the global stuff, multiplayer, zombies, and Warzone alike, and then some of the multiplayer and zombie stuff in specific. Not much going on there outside of them investigating some SR visual bugs that are going on. You may recall the last time that we looked at the Trello board, though, first and foremost here, one of the global issues that was still listed as fixed scheduled was actually the Terminator skin, the T800 Endo Titanium core skin being less visible than intended. And this was something that, yes, they originally updated a few days back, and they brightened the skin up a little bit and went from being like a dark sort of rusty titanium skin to being a little bit more shiny, so it stood out a tad bit more. But even after that first initial nerf, a lot of players are like, yeah, it's still going to be pretty rough to see in some cases, right? So there was a lot of question, are they going to continue to adjust this? Are they done? And as you can see here on the Trello, they have officially moved this over into the resolved tab. However, they kept the flare on it for monitoring, which you just don't see with these other fixes that have been released and issues that have been updated. So this likely means that they're comfortable with where this skin is currently. They don't feel like it's too overpowered, but it is still something they're looking for. Are there too many complaints coming from the community? Do they have the data of players that are using this skin are winning, this amount more of gunfights than other players using other skins? They can see all that, I'm sure. So they're still looking into that. That means it may change some more in the future. It may get nerfed more in the future, but for now, that is done seeing updates for the time being until they announce anything more. So I know there's been a lot of questions about that as of late. Those are the details we've got for now. We do also, though, have a few other fixes scheduled now listed on our global issues tab. So again, this one's been here for a bit, the whole slide to prone behavior where you go directly into sprinting into sliding into a prone. Really good mechanic for trying to break cameras and throw players aim off. I try and utilize this a ton in my close range gameplay, but if you're currently using hybrid or slide only, it doesn't work. And they've had this fix scheduled on here for 2 weeks or so now, which means likely this is gonna have to wait until season 3 reloaded, which we'll talk about a bit more here towards the end of the video, so stay tuned for that. A couple of new things that were added though over the weekend. First up, they do have a new fix scheduled for the nail gun not being centered when you ADS it. So currently right now, if you are ADSing with your nail gun, you're using this because it's honestly decent enough in Warzone and usable in multiplayer, surprisingly enough. The bullets and the nails, I guess, are not going to go one-to-one where the little iron sight is for it, which is a problem. You have to adjust because it's a tad bit off-centered, which is definitely an annoying issue for this specific gun. But good news is, yes, they do have a fix scheduled for that. And then also the lobby token widget shows double XP weekends are active due to the double gobblegum earn rate. I saw so many questions about this over the weekend. Zach, do we have double XP right now? Why does it show there's double XP, but I'm not getting any? What's going on there? This past weekend was a double gobblegum weekend specifically for zombies, but that was it. But it showed for everyone that double XP was active. Now, typically when an XP event like that is active, it doesn't allow you to pop XP tokens even more to like quadruple your earn rate. So that's usually a good indicator of if it's actually live or not. But there definitely was a lot of confusion since it said double XP active in the bottom right when it was just gobblegums for zombies. So that's not going to be an issue that presumably happens again in the future because they do have a full fix scheduled for that as well. So some interesting updates here to start us off. And by the way, as we are going through all the updates, all the reveals and everything here today, if you enjoy the video, you find the info helpful, a like rating is always really appreciated. And if you're new to the channel, you want to guarantee that every single day you are in the know for everything going on in COD, this is the place to be. So feel free to hit that subscribe button and turn on those post notifications. Much love to all the new subscribers that have joined the channel recently. There's been so much support since the return of Verdansk this entire season. I truly do appreciate it. Anyway, next up here, we do have a new report from Detonated, DK Dynamite's website here, talking about Call of Duty Recon Squad. You may recall we've talked about this a little bit over the past month or so. This is a new initiative that Call of Duty is running where they send specific players who are a part of this invite-only Recon Squad surveys and different things to gauge feedback on and gauge opinions on. They've talked anywhere from what kind kind of stuff do you want to see in zombies? What's ideal for Warzone gameplay? Things of that nature. Most recently though, Detonated's got word of another survey that went out regarding the casual updates that have gone out with Season 3. So they say exclusive recon surveys are asking players about the new Battle Royale casual mode, saying, are there other modes that you feel could benefit from casual versions with bots? Many are suggesting the multiplayer casual mode. So casual has popped off since its launch here in Season 3. And funny enough, over the weekend, before this report came out, I actually just recorded a video talking about the casual mode update and how this actually impacts the game in a much larger way than you may initially realize, and that video will be dropping sometime this week, so stay tuned for that. But this does pose a really interesting scenario where, what if they were to add this to multiplayer where it is toned down skill based, where it's maybe 2 real players on the enemy team and 4 bots, or the entire lobby is bots including your teammates, whatever the case is, where maybe XP is slightly dwindled down but you can still level things up, you can still grind towards challenges. Could be interesting because, like I said, it seems like the Battle Royale casual mode has really taken off since it dropped here and has had a very positive reception. The devs also mentioned that in their interview with IGN. So curious to see if this update bleeds into other modes and other styles of gameplay there as well. Seems like it definitely could be if they're already asking about this. Now, looking forward towards the end of this week, the CDL is actually hosting the Major 3 tournament for multiplayer competitive, of course. And with this, that means there is now a bunch of new free rewards that you can earn just by having this stream up, watching it, or leaving it on your side monitor or something. You have to go through and link your YouTube account via your connection settings to your Activision account, and then you just got to simply watch for the certain amount of time each given day, and you'll be able to earn some of these free rewards. So of course, for the past few weeks, you've been able to earn some double XP tokens just by watching the qualifiers, but now for the major, each individual day does offer some free rewards. So we've got over 15 plus free things you can earn here. First up, on Thursday the 24th, when the tournament first starts off, for watching for 1 hour you can get a double XP token. For an hour and a half you get a new sticker. 2 hours, some double weapon XP, and then for 2.5 hours you get an animated emblem, the ratting animated emblem that looks kind of crazy there. On Friday the 25th, for an hour you get a double XP token. Hour and a half is a new calling card. 2 hours is a double weapon XP token, and 2.5 hours is the steamed buns emblem there. Saturday the 26th, again for an hour, double XP. Hour and a half, new calling card. 2 hours, double weapon XP. 2.5 hours, the roasted emblem. Keep in mind, all these XP tokens very useful for saving for the launch of a season when new weapons drop. Season 3 Reloaded coming up here, new weapon coming with that, so always nice to have these in the bank for whenever they end up updating things and adding in new weapons to the game, of course, or if you're just trying to level up quickly. And then lastly, on Championship Sunday, this is when the big reward for this event drops. Again, for watching for an hour you get some double XP. Hour and a half is a new weapon sticker. For 2 hours you get the retro weapon blueprint, which appears to be a sniper blueprint here. So that is a custom skin you can only get on Sunday the 27th. Then again, for 2.5 hours you get a double weapon XP token, but super rare blueprint. It's only live and officially able to earn for like the 5 hours or whatever, the 6 hours, however long the stream ends up going, depends on how long the matches last that day, but that'll be your only time to go through and actually access this blueprint. So if you do want this, you like to collect some of the more rare stuff, or you just like the look of it, be sure to link your accounts there between YouTube and then your Activision account. Head on over to that Call of Duty League YouTube channel and watch the tournament when it takes place this weekend. But always nice to have some free rewards simply for just having a stream open over the course of the weekend. And then one final thing to look out for this week is some large Season 3 Reloaded announcements. As far as we know, Season 3 Reloaded should be dropping the first week of May, presumably on May 1st, just according to how everything has always been set up for the mid-season updates, Thursdays being the update day, that being about a month after the launch of the season, and of course the event end dates line up to that as well. But with that, that means at some point this week we should start to see some maybe initial teasers, image reveals, slight details for some of the content with Season 3 Reloaded, and then likely a full-on Season 3 Reloaded blog / roadmap. Obviously we got a lot of stuff coming in season, aka mid-season. For multiplayer, we've got new 6v6 maps, we got Signal as a 2v2 map, the Blaze Town event, the Joint Operations event. We also have a new weapon dropping as well with the Ladra SMG. That'll be coming, so we should have some full details on all the new content, all the new updates, perhaps some of the surprises coming with Season 3 Reloaded as well, in full detailed form through trailers, blogs, other tweets, things of that nature in just a few days time. Of course, as any of that starts to surface, you guys know I'm gonna keep you in the loop as soon as that stuff happens. So feel free to hit that subscribe button, turn on those post notifications to stay up to date with that, alongside everything else going on in COD. And if you enjoyed this video, a like rating on your way out would be really appreciated. But once again, thank you so much for tuning in. And until next time, take it easy, have an awesome rest of your day, and I'll catch you later. Peace out.